In the small town of Monson, Nyle Sockbeson is nearing the end of his long journey on the Appalachian Trail. With a group of fellow hikers, he enjoys a breakfast of eggs, bacon, and all-you-can-eat blueberry pancakes. Hikers drool over this famous breakfast for miles before reaching it at Shaw's Hiker Hostel.
So this is my bunk right now. We hiked in yesterday, we did like 17 miles. Today we're only doing 15 miles. I have a 68-liter pack. Gonna be one of my heaviest packs that I've had. 6 days of food. Just gotta crush them down and then throw them in the bag. I eat chips with everything. I actually eat them with a spoon, so it's pretty funny. One of those hiker things that's just silly. I'm hoping to be out of the 100 mile on Tuesday morning of next week. It's a long stretch right now, so that'll be good.
The Appalachian Trail is a footpath that spans more than 2,100 miles from Georgia to Maine. Every hiker at this table is walking the trail for their own reasons.
The life of a hostel dog.
For Sockbeson, the adventure is both deeply personal and for his community.
I have both Passamaquoddy and Penobscot blood. I live on Indian Island, the home of the Penobscot Nation. I'm a proud community member. It's a community of about 500 people. It's special, it's a special place.
When not on the trail, Sockbeson leads Project Venture, an outdoor program for Wabanaki middle schoolers. He hopes his hike will inspire the children he works with. He's also on a mission to raise awareness about Indigenous lands and cultures along the trail.
There's 22 tribal lands that goes through the 14 states of the Appalachian Trail. And there's not much recognition of those tribal lands.
In bi-weekly blog and social media posts, he acknowledges these lands and shares knowledge with people he meets along the trail.
It's, been really empowering to see the kind of reception to those conversations where people, they want to help and they want to educate themselves, but the education of Indigenous people in this country is limited and at times inaccurate. And it's kind of seen as something in the past. So to be an Indigenous person here and have that presence and tell people, I'm a part of a traditional drum group. I live on a reservation, educating them about our communities and about what it's like to be a Indigenous person in 2023 has been excellent. It's been empowering.
At the hostel, he prepares for the final stretch of his journey, a week-long trek through Maine's 100-mile wilderness, the most remote section of the entire trail.
As an Indigenous person, these lands, they have a deep sacred meaning. It's an area where our ancestors traveled, our ancestors lived. It's really an honor to set out in their footsteps and take on that journey with an open heart, learning the lessons that Mother Nature teaches us.
Only 1 in 4 hikers who set out to complete the Appalachian Trail are successful. It's an arduous journey that taxes you physically and mentally. On tough days, he thinks about his family, especially his brother.
He passed away in 2020, and we had planned to do the Appalachian Trail together. I carry his ashes with me since Georgia, so he's been with me, and it's been something that has definitely been a motivator because I feel him with me, and it's definitely what keeps me going.
6 days later, on July 19th, he's climbing Katahdin along a dramatic rocky ridge. After weeks of rain, the sun shines bright for his final day on the trail. Rising over 5,000 feet, Katahdin is Maine's tallest mountain. Its summit marks the north end of the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, yes. Yes. Let's go. Dude, congrats, man. Hell yeah, awesome.
Just over 5 months it took me. The trail is 2,198.4 miles. It's tough.
Nice, dude.
Woo! It's also a sacred place for the Penobscot people. In the shadow of the mountain, a large group of family and friends gather to celebrate with a traditional drum ceremony. A member of the Penobscot drum group, Sockbeson listened to recordings of these traditional songs while hiking the trail, and he often shared the music with fellow hikers.
Drumming is like a huge part of our culture, so it was really nice that he had that powerful music on his journey.
His cousins, Cree and Selena Neptune Bear, were among the many family and friends who drove to Millinocket to celebrate.
It's where we derive a lot of our strength from our community and our culture and our ancestors, so I think he knew and felt that we were all with him and supporting him.
Hiker friends joined the celebration. On the trail, it's tradition for hikers to adopt trail names. Sockbeson goes by the trail name River because he kept introducing himself as Nyle, like the river. His closest trail companion goes by the name of Stickers.
We just click. I mean, we were fast friends.
I've been hiking with him for over 1,200 miles, and we hike every day together.
Including their final day.
Being able to talk to River about his culture and the way that it especially connects Katahdin to the trail makes the whole experience bigger than a hike, and especially makes my experience within it much larger than myself, because it kind of lets me step backwards and see it from a different perspective and to see it from a larger perspective.
What's next for Sockbeson? The hike has served as a fundraiser, and he wants to create an outdoor gear library that would serve Maine's tribal communities.
Everyone deserves the right to be able to come enjoy the outdoors with, the equipment that can at times be inaccessible to, our tribal people. So to increase that accessibility is something that I'm very passionate about, and I look forward to when I get back in the office and back to the real world, as they say.
His father couldn't be more proud.
To Nyle, the beat of the drum is his heart. Niles hasn't completed a journey, he's completed the trail. Niles' journey may have just begun with his confidence. There's a world out there for him to conquer.
So I think something I want to do to follow up with this project that I've done through Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness is to reach out to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy and try to get more of those land acknowledgements put up. And at the end of the day, it's 22 signs that could be made and put in 22 different tribal lands, just as a recognition that people are on tribal lands and that we still exist. I think that's an important message to be said.